and Americans nowadays. I really don't. Um, for one thing, we seem too hell bent on not offering grace and compassion to our own citizenry, but we're so willing to, extend that grace and you know, to people that don't look like us, don't belong here, and quite frankly, despise us, you know? And I hate to sound like a broken record, I really do. But with the Somali fraud, with the illegal immigration where people are siphoning money through my taxpayer dollars to support their lifestyle, it gets more and more like infuriating how some of you liberal Americans, no, let's just get rid of the title, but some Americans just have no clue what the hell is going on. And right now I'm just a bit, culture shocked because there's just shock to be had in this culture because the culture is not ours anymore. Now all of a sudden we have to American culture has to take a back seat to immigrants, to people that, refuse to assimilate, for people that, refuse to learn the language. This is a Christian nation, and the language in this country is English. Okay. So every time that I have to call my bank and they ask me if I want to speak, Mexican, no, Spanish or Tagalog or Chinese, Japanese, this, that, and the other, that shit frustrates the hell out of me because at the end of the day, if an American goes over to their parts of the world, they wouldn't make such accommodations for you. Okay? So at the end of the day, um, people talk about nationalism like it's a bad thing. And the thing is, ever since I dropped off, you know what I mean, like a onion in a turnip truck, where I didn't belong anyway. I fell off the truck of liberalism. I fell off the truck of egalitarianism. I fell off the truck of everybody has a voice, this, that, and the other. It's like, nah, bullshit, bullshit. Not everybody deserves a voice in this country because a lot of you people are children. When you see these people, going out there with whistles, in Minneapolis, Minnesota, I'm talking about, mind you, when you see these people go out with whistles and then blocking traffic and then, putting themselves in places where they have no business being in the first place because the federal government is trying to conduct federal government business, that's a real problem with me. It really is. And at the end of the day, you guys are going to do what you want to do. And I respect that. I respect your consistency to an extent. But at the same time, I don't respect your hustle when it comes to the way that you're not contributing to this country, but you're hustling to put all that energy to protect people that aren't meant to be here. You put all that energy into people that are committing fraud. You put all that energy, and mind you, I don't know if you guys understand this or not, but that's your money too. Every time you get a paycheck and you have state and federal taxes taken out of your check, that's going to these motherfuckers. And so it is what it is. But I will say one thing, that in Minnesota, it's all bad. You feel me? And holla motherfucking Luya that Trump is thinking about, invoking the Insurrection Act, because at the end of the day, that's all you people are gonna, respect and, get in line. And mind you, I was a liberal all my life. You know what I mean? And it takes a certain type of, world event or some type of, situation where I had to kind of like, all of us have to kind of wake up and realize, like, well, wait a minute, hold on, time out, something's not making sense, you know? And one thing that doesn't make sense to me is how federal officers, the feds, people that are here to keep us safe and here to enforce our laws, are being so disrespected, vehemently disrespected, whether it's the snowballs, whether it's like I said, people throwing like frozen to stiff ice bottled waters at federal agents, all under the guise of get the fuck out of our state. We don't want you here, this, that, and the other. Okay, I get it. But at the end of the day, hardcore liberal, you know what I mean? Used to be. But now I'm realizing that the full force of the federal government needs to come down on you liberals, because at the end of the day, you guys don't know when too much is too much. And you're starting to see the unfortunate cataclysmic repercussions of your guys' actions, where this is not only popping off in Minneapolis. Don't be mistaken, fellas and sisters. This is going on in other parts of the country, where they're finding fraud in other parts of the country. And so at the end of the day, you have biker gangs, you have everybody getting into the mix when it comes to you know, immigration, especially immigrants that were had the fucking balls and gall to come into a country fleeing from a war-torn nation and come into a country that welcomed them with open arms and started stealing from them. And so, like I said a couple of minutes ago, they're stealing from you too. They're taking money out of your pocket, pork chops off of your plate, or whatever you like, roast beef, whatever, pastrami. I don't give a damn. But they're taking money off of your plate, and you guys are steadily defending this bullshit like it's normal and like it's the thing to do. So if any random motherfucker on the street that's American came up to you and said run your pockets, would you just give them your wallet without any protest? Or would you, have to shoot the fair one? Have to shoot the fair one where you go five finger Mary, or you know what I mean? There's gonna be some furniture moving around this motherfucker. But yet, people that have no kind of concept of how a successful country is run, how a prosperous country is run, they flood into this country, and you people are willing to risk life and limb to defend them. And so, I know I'm going off of on a rant right now. I know my mind is all over the place. I might have been like, never diagnosed for ADHD, but we won't use that as an excuse. All I'm here is to kick, truth and just what my eyes are seeing and what my what my brain is telling me. Cause I'm a reasonable guy. But if something's not stirring the Kool-Aid, something's not stirring the Kool-Aid. Oh yeah, shout out to what was that cult that drank the Kool-Aid to kill themselves? Applewhite or something like that. That was a reference to that, but it is what it is. So at the end of the day, um, this is something that needs to be taken more serious. I know that you guys think that this is, a fly by night thing. I know that you paid protesters think that this is no big deal, but somebody already got killed, and another person got shot because simple fact of the matter is like a lot of us, people that are conservative, are sick and tired of the violence from the left, and we're gonna start responding in kind. Let me check my language real quick. Some people are gonna start responding in kind. I'm not calling for it, and I really wish we can come to the table and talk, but that time has been passed. I mean, you're talking about no-go zones in Minnesota where Somalis are, thinking that they can pick out a parcel of land and think they can say that this is ours, and they're putting up pallets and whatnot. I've seen the videos and saying that no white person can, or that is perceived to be racist, can walk there. It's like, look, fam, that's not going to happen. And you guys are proving with that little concept right there why the fuck you don't belong in this country. Because this country is built on unity. Well, that's another video. Okay. But at the end of the day, I used to get so mad at this phrase that I heard coming up, you know what I mean, because I used to be on that liberal chain of constant victimization and this, that, and the other. But they always used to say, love it or leave it. And I used to be so mad, be like, man, there's so many problems in this country, whoop de whoop, whoop, whoop. But the older I get, there's some truth into that saying, especially if you come from a war-torn nation where you guys don't have anything over there. To come over here, refuse to assimilate, refuse to learn the language, and steal from us and send it back to terrorist groups in your homeland that you fled from, y'all need to get the fuck out. Your time is up. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. Thank you for letting me bend your ear for a little bit. Big ups to supporters 51 and 52 that got me over the threshold where I can finally have lives and I don't have to talk like a bumbling idiot. I know I still do, but I'm working on it. You know what I mean? But no, this is bcMethod, man. At the end of the day, I love this country. I stand for the national anthem. I pay my taxes proudly, and I'm a true blue American patriot that just wants to see good for this country. That's it. All right, and this is what this channel is about. So to all my knuckle busters, anybody that had the balls and gall to, sign up for my crazy ass channel, I salute you. Real talk. All right? Peace. Yeah, still working on this live, dude. I don't even know how to get up out of here, but I'm learning, dude. Hey, if anybody got some thoughts in the chats or some suggestions, I greatly appreciate it. Let's hit this. Boom.